Let us see. Just want to get everything up and running first before I do anything else. Please tap on the screen and share. Tap on the screen and share. Help us reach more people. You are, of course, listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. We need, please do subscribe, tap on the screen, help us reach more people, and yeah, help us grow the platform. We really are grateful for your continued support. Let's see if this can go on. Okay. Just shortly, as you're coming in, please share the broadcast, share the live. It's very, very important. We need to talk about things that are affecting us. Now, I'm not necessarily going to talk about the intricacies of the religion itself, because I'm not here. This is not a religious program. I'm here to talk about the impact. Greetings and welcome. Welcome to us on TikTok, on YouTube as well. As you're watching, please subscribe, share, hit the notification button, give us thumbs up. Help us reach more people. The program is not really about what is going on in terms of the laws of Islam or all of that. That's not what I'm talking about. What we're looking at is what this religion, the impact of the religion on Africa. And it's not just, by the way, it's not only that religion. I'm going to come and do a second, I'll do a second part, because the other religion is just as bad. They may have a smile on their face and everything else, but this intent remains the same. It's to prevent the development of Africa, and we need to speak about that. We have a right to at least make our people aware. 1 second, please. Let me just get that back so that you can go. Okay. And then this is the one here. So, yeah, please do share. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Help us reach more people. We do need your support. We are grateful for you joining us, and thank you for taking the time to join our broadcast as ever. Help us share. Let us talk about this very important pressing point. The man you see behind me, who's going to come just above my head, that's him there, that's Ibrahim Traore, has really opened our eyes to a lot of things, and we're very, very grateful for that. As a Muslim man, Captain Ibrahim Traore is a Muslim man. You've seen him go to prayers and everything else. But the passion he has for his people, Burkina Faso people, and the country of Burkina Faso is greater than the religion of Islam, particularly the laws of Islam, Sharia law. He has recognized that it is of his own volition, that it is a threat to the development of his country. And that has opened the eyes of many of us. I've been saying this, I have been talking about it, and many others have been talking about the fact that Sharia law is a threat to our, in Africa. But when you hear it from a sitting president of a nation, a very important nation, Burkina Faso, when you hear Ibrahim Traore say that he will not allow Sharia law to be to have any power in his country, that is a powerful message, one that we must get behind as Africans if we are keen to have Africa develop. If you're a person that wants to see Africa develop, without question, you must get behind the drive of President Captain Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso. What he has done has really opened our eyes to the dangers. Many of us, and even those who aren't aware, they're really talking about this. And those who had previously thought, Sharia law will quietly be going away and be embedding itself in our society and taking over more land and really doing the objective of whoever they were planning, that idea is now under serious threat. Now, let me add, I am not here to judge whether you should be a Muslim or whether you should be a Christian. My discussion is not about your personal wishes or a belief system. That is not. Thank you very much for the thumbs up. Please share the broadcast. This broadcast is not about this debating your personal your belief system or all of that. It's not. Very much in line and in keeping with what Ibrahim Traore said in one of his speeches. When he was talking, he said, you can practice Islam if you want, you can practice Christianity, you can practice traditional, that's up to you. But what we will do, and I want you to listen to the words he said, what we will do is we are going to make sure we will provide it within our country. Meaning that the unfettered access that religion has afforded the countries that actually gave that religion to Africa, to African, that not gave, that imposed it. By that religion, they were controlling the minds of the people. And that is what Ibrahim Traore understood. Please tap and share on the screen. Tap and share the broadcast. Help us reach more people. He understood that what was going on was that while they were telling you, oh, yeah, come on, it's a religion of peace, we are doing everything, you just come in, we will give you whatever you need. We will give you free scholarship. Now, what they were doing with that scholarship is the thing. Those religions, and it's both sides, those religions were brainwashing the very people that they were meant to protect, was brainwashing them. Sorry about this, I'll bring it back. I don't know why it's doing that, but I will bring it back. Hopefully it will be just as we planned it. Okay, so here we go again. Suspended. I have not said anything bad. I just talked about religion, and there we go. So as you're watching me, those of you on TikTok, you can see now, I have not used any swear word. We must be allowed to have a discussion about the impact of religion on African minds. And this was, again, as you're seeing, those of you seeing me, you see that there was a block on my thing. They put a sign up and saying that, I'm going against community standards. I'm not using any swear word. I'm not shouting. Thank you for the thumbs up, those of you on YouTube. Thank you very much. It is really, really important, and I appreciate you joining me. As you're coming in, please tap on the screen and share. I have broken no rules. I'll keep putting that down. I have broken no rules. I am only talking about the impact of Sharia law. Very much like Ibrahim Traore have said. Of course, I think the problem is that the picture behind is something that they find problematic. But I'm not, that we should be allowed to have whatever we want, as long as it's decent, as long as it's not causing any harm. Nobody should be telling us what kind of pictures to have or not have on our broadcast. Just bear with me, please. I don't know what's going on with this today, but we will get it sorted out one way or the other. So, okay, I'm having some, again, you notice that everything was working fine. As soon as they put a ban on me, something starts happening. I don't know if they are connected, but it doesn't matter. We will carry on with this broadcast, regardless of how many times this broadcast is interrupted. We will have that discussion. But to be of help, please go and subscribe to me on YouTube and help us grow the platform, because that way we will not be having this kind of situation happening. Obviously, they are. I can see that. So just give me a minute. Whilst all this is happening, I will endeavor to, let me just put that up there, and then I'll change this one so that you can at least have a picture, so you don't have a blank screen in front of you, and then just take that off. So whilst I'm sorting the picture out, so I'm still here, but the best thing you can do is to go and subscribe to me on YouTube, because TikTok, it is obvious now that I cannot, if I say something, if I put a picture up, if I'm talking about things, I'm not raising my voice, I'm not using any threatening language, I'm not swearing, and yet I am being denied gifting. And that is a problem, because what are we supposed to do? What am I to do? I have not spoken. Hi, Knock Official 211. Hi. I do welcome you. Please help us subscribe to us on YouTube. Help us grow the platform. Go ahead, and thank you for sharing the broadcast. No. So, but like I'm saying, it is very, very important what we're doing here, that we be allowed to speak our truth. And already I am being, I'm being blocked for speaking, and I don't quite know how else to do this. How else am I supposed to do this? What am I supposed to do when I have simply just said, that Ibrahim Traore, thank you for joining, and continue to subscribe to us on YouTube. You're listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. I'm just having one or two technical issues, but we will continue. Trust me, I'm here. You're hearing me. That's why I wanted you to know you're hearing me, and just bear with me, and I will sort this out. It seems as soon as they start doing some sort of they start banning me, things start happening, and I don't know if they're connected or if they're separate. I honestly do not know. But it just simply, as soon as they start doing something, they start giving me a warning time, and suddenly my broadcast starts getting interrupted. But just bear with me, and I've got to work out what is really going on here with the camera. But like I said, the picture here is what I want you to bear in mind. We are talking about that Sharia law is a threat to the development of Africa. And I'm not saying that as a hate. It's not hating it's nothing to do with hating your religion. Everyone has a personal right to believe, to choose whatever religion they wish to choose. And in keeping with what Ibrahim Traore said, thank you for waiting for what Captain Ibrahim Traore said. He said, if you want to practice traditional African spirituality, they will teach you, they will provide the things for you there. If you want to practice Islam, if you want to practice Christianity, they will do it within the country. What he will no longer tolerate is for people, scholars, so-called scholars, to go to Saudi Arabia, be paid money to be twisting the minds of the people within his country, and by extension, the whole of Africa. This is a fundamental issue that we need to discuss at length. The first part of the discussion for me is going to be about Islam, and clearly the impact of Islam in terms of the destruction and the prevention of development of African countries. There are several countries that I'm going to list and I want to talk about, and you will see there might be some more that in fact there'll be more, and if you have more as I go along the list, please do share with me. I don't claim to be the fountain of knowledge, but what I do know is it is worth sharing this important knowledge about what is going on, and what steps we can take to address this menace. Because let us be very clear, this Wahabism, or whatever they want to call it, this Wahabism, of a thing that is using, something is gone wrong. I'll be back again. It looks like my screen has frozen now. I was trying to get something done, but the screen has frozen on TikTok. This is what I mean. TikTok is, I don't know what it is with TikTok. Can you hear me? I don't think you can see me. I don't think you can hear me. Yeah, it's frozen. They can't hear me. They can't see me. It's frozen. Okay, there we go. Something is up. Something is definitely up. Everything froze. We will come back again. So I will carry on, no doubt. We will carry on. But those of you who are on YouTube, please do bear with me. Hi, Knock Official. Hi, Lanis Grip. Hi. And who else? Knock Official. Hi. Hello there. So we I don't know what it is. Something is going on. I don't know. But we will continue. The screen seems to have just taken a decision to decide not to function. And it seems as though I'm having some sort of issue here. But the topic of the day is we need to talk about the impact Islam and, by extension, Sharia law and Wahabism is a threat to African development. It literally is. And even further, I will say that foreign religions right now is a threat to African religion because it is corrupting the minds of our youths. The youths that should be working in factories, building new things, are being armed to unalive their fellow citizens in the name of their religion. They've been told to their religion that, they've been told, brainwashed to carry out these things. And others are being told, just keep telling them, keep them in the dark so that they don't, they don't realize their full potential. They're not able to, hold the government accountable. So these are really difficult things. I know I'll be back again on, sorry, I don't know what's going on here. Give me 1 sec. So I don't know what's going on with that. It's just gone completely. I don't know why. Give me 1 minute, please. Where is it? So we are just checking everything as I go along. Just bear with me. It just froze. So we need to talk about this, particularly that as Ibrahim Traore has talked about why he's not prepared to entertain any religion. I think it is even more important that we talk about this at length. And I will be giving you evidence in a minute. Just give me a minute. I'll get this thing up and running again. I don't know what happened. The screen just went. I'm trying to give as much information as possible. I'm trying to, educate ourselves about what is going on and what steps we can take to solve our problem. You see, there's nothing we cannot solve. There is nothing we cannot solve. We actually have the solution to this problem. The thing is, for those, we have to now begin to make sure that those who are speaking truth to power, we need to support them. And the likes of Ibrahim Traore. Ibrahim Traore is telling us exactly what we need to hear, and why we must, get behind him is because of the very thing he's been saying about the fact that these religions, Africa must control what comes into Africa in all manner, from the people to the religion, to the arms, to the kind of government policies, to everything. We have to be in control, and that is by no stretch of imagination. It's not. It is what they're doing. It's demonstrating exactly what we need to do on the African continent to take back control of our continent. And there should be no apologies made for the stance of Ibrahim Traore on this. It is non-negotiable. It is apparent to us that without us standing up and making the change ourselves, they often say Africa cannot do anything. Africa cannot do it. But now that Africa is doing, they go, oh, no. You're going against it. No. Ibrahim Traore is not waiting. He's taking the steps. He's saying, no, for my people, we are not going to allow Sharia law to operate in our territory. We will not. Because he's seen under the French, if you recall, the French have been in control for all these years. And the French have been allowing Islam to infiltrate because they've been using Islam to destabilize not only Burkina Faso, but other countries in Africa. And what they've said is, no way, not on my watch. He said, not on my watch. You will not be doing this anymore. I am not allowing anybody who goes to go on a scholarship to Saudi Arabia to come and be brainwashing our people about what type of the religion that they will practice, and then come to influence the people and cause problems, and then start dictating to the government of Burkina Faso about how they should govern. They don't have that power. He said no more. This is not going to happen. So let me just see. I want to make sure I've got the list of countries. Yeah, we got the list of countries, and I'll put some more, and I'll update it as I go along. If they don't put one or two, then I will add it myself. Now let me see. 1 second. So just bear with me, those of you on YouTube. Thank you very much. It just literally just froze. And that's why I'm saying, those who are watching me now, if you are on TikTok and you're watching me, please go and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. That's the best way you can help us. TikTok don't seem to like what we're saying, and I'm not using any swear words. I'm not using any emotive words. I'm just simply telling us that as Africans, we need to watch what kind of information we are allowing our people to be influenced by. We cannot allow things that are going to be harming us to be within our society, because it will actually do us ultimate harm. Such as, case in point, in Nigeria right now, Sharia law is being practiced in 12 states, and that is a threat it has been a threat and continues to be a threat to the development of Nigeria. That is a stated fact. And the thing is that Saudi Arabia has been sponsoring clerics to promote this particular kind of Wahabism, the strict Islam, which is detrimental to Africa. By the way, if that's what they want to do in Saudi Arabia, then good luck to them. What we should not allow, what we should not accept is, thank you very much, and come back, please. I'm back again. The screen froze. I don't know what happened, but I'm here. So those of you who are on YouTube, TikTok, please just help us by coming back in and join the broadcast. It just literally froze. I couldn't, there was nothing I could do. I tried to get it back. I tried to, I tried everything, but it just wouldn't budge. So, but thankfully, we are back now. We're back. So let us see how we can do this. I'm trying to see if you can see me live before I go too far ahead, and with the discussion, because it needs to go on. Let me just go back there. Okay, I see now. So we're trying to get it back again so that we can continue on. Here we go. So it's gone. Obviously it started off all over again. So I want to apologize to those of you who are on TikTok. I don't quite know what happened. It just suddenly went. I don't know why it's happening. You can hear me fine, but there is something going on, and I don't know why. This is about the second time now that I've been having intervention in my broadcast. So I'm going to have to look at other ways and other things and to do things. And again, I do need your help. That's why I'm saying to you, go and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. Help us grow the platform. Help us reach more people. Share the live. And of course, we will discuss more. The main reason for this broadcast is that we've seen the damage that Wahabism has done in Nigeria. And the thing is, I started doing some checks, and it seems like a lot of countries, at least there's a minimum of 10 countries that are practicing Sharia law, and all of them are being impacted in one way or the other, in a negative way, very negative way. It is hampering their development. Yet, nobody, these religions, it is a form of mind control. I dare say it, and we need our minds to be, free from these religions and focus on African development for African people by African governments. What is happening is that these religions are coming to tell people the strict thing, the very thing that they don't even, they're preaching very, very archaic teachings that is not relevant to Africa. Never was. Was used in the 7th century as a way of enslavement and continues to be used as a way of enslavement of many of Africans. So we are saying, and we are calling this out, and we're saying Wahabism-led Sharia law a threat to African development. Religions of colonials must play no part in Africa. And that is not too much to state, because we recognize that both religions have got ulterior motives, and both of them, the one on the one hand, the one is being used to ensure that there is no peace on the African continent so that you can develop. The other is being used to brainwash the people to such an extent that they are powerless themselves. They only think of what they have been indoctrinated to think, to follow. They are being controlled by this religion. And then they are left defenseless. They are left defenseless to take control and take charge on their own continent. Both religions are harmful. Again, please, as I'm saying this now, please, I am not talking about your personal beliefs. I add, this is not about me telling you about your personal beliefs. I'm talking about the impact of the religion as a whole on our society. On the African society, there are too many African countries that are in warlike situations. And when you go to these areas, there's always that north and south divide. The northern part of it are religious, heavily religious Islam, and then the southern side is Christian, and the north is they're using that to try and to destabilize the development of that nation. That is exactly what Captain Ibrahim Traore, he identified that. He did a lot of research. As we all know, Captain Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso is a visionary, as are General Assimi Goïta of Mali and General Abdurrahman Chiani. Abdurrahman Chiani is a very, very interesting person, and he's one of the. Although all three, I want to meet them and I want to interview them and talk to them. Even though they don't speak English, I don't speak Arabic, I don't speak French, but I'm sure we can do something. It will be interesting because what he's done for his people is something. I mean, what they've all done for the people of Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger is just breathtaking. It literally is breathtaking that they have taken control for their people, and for the first time, the people of the AES, they are benefiting directly from their own mineral resources without any middleman coming in and taking 90% of their own resources out of the country and keeping the people in poverty. They are poverty ending leaders. They've come to end poverty on the African continent. It is literally that simple. They've come to end poverty. I don't know why this is going on now. This is totally uncalled for, and I do apologize for this. Okay, you may have to be joining me. Those of you who are on TikTok, I'm probably not going to be doing much more TikTok live broadcast anymore. Or you'll be seeing videos, because I just can't. I don't want to be stuck with this kind of situation. It is frustrating, to say the least. It is frustrating, because here I am building up, and then something happens, and I don't know. Everything is set up normally, and it's just not. There's no traction for me at the minute. I don't know why. So, but I'm trying to deal with it. So here we go again. Appeal. You see, they keep blocking me, and this is what I mean. I don't. Yeah, somebody help me here. I don't know why I'm being denied access to to just let me do my broadcast. That's all I'm saying. I'm not interested in any it's annoying. It is annoying what is being done here. So I do apologize, but I will crack on. Okay. Anyway, nonetheless, we're cracking on. So we're gonna crack on as best as we can with the situation. So, like I said, with the Burkina Faso, what they've done, what Mali and Niger have done, is they're making sure that Africans are benefiting from their resources. Those people who are, Africans are enjoying the benefit of their resources for the first time in a long time. And that is something that we should really applaud. We should be very, very happy that these men, they've stood for their people and they continue to stand for their people. Again, I'm going to put I have broken no rules because they keep suspending me. They're not even allowing my broadcast to go and it's to flow. And I know that's why they're doing. But anyway. So anyway, I'll keep saying that. I've broken no rules. I'll post that on. So let's carry on. So the thing to bear in mind is that I am going to now go and talk about several countries in Africa where they're doing Sharia law. And before I do that, Sharia law was this Wahabism has been embedded in the Sharia law, and I don't understand why African nations. Okay, sorry, it's going off again. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to sort this out somehow. Okay, I'm just trying to get it. I'm going to get it working somehow. Okay, so Sharia law should have nothing to do with our governance. Nothing. It shouldn't even be on the table. Very much like Ibrahim Traore said. And he's a Muslim. And that is something that they don't want, obviously, because they don't want us to be benefiting from our resources. This is about resources. And we have to be very, very understanding. We have to start looking at what is going on. The Sharia law is nothing more than a way to corrupt the mind of the people, to prevent them from, see, we've reviewed your appeal and confirmed the gifting and visibility for the life cannot be restored in recommendations and search results. They confirmed anything. You can confirm all you want. I've not done anything. I've not used any swear word. I can play it back. But anyway, that's what they're doing. That's up to TikTok. Please subscribe to me on YouTube. That's why you see the subscribe button. Go to my YouTube channel. Help us so that if we come to the point, we will just be using TikTok for whatever. Nature Lover, greetings and welcome to you. So I'll send you an invite. So we need to be very aware that these religions, both Christianity and Islam, as an African, is a threat to our development. Religions of Islam and Christianity, and I make no bones about this, I'm saying it categorically, they are a threat to our development on the African continent, and they have been for a long time. From the time that the Pope Nicholas V said that they need to take over Africa, they need to get the people to work to become their servants, to serve them, from that time till date, these religions have not had the best interest of Africans at the forefront of their minds. All they've been done is about acquiring our land, taking our land over. And unless we are frank with ourselves about this, then we are kidding ourselves if we don't speak this truth. Nature Lover, welcome. Let's hear from you. What would you like to say before I proceed into the names of countries? Go ahead. Welcome.
Thank you. How are you?
Good, thank you. I'm just having problems with TikTok. They just seem to be they're blocking me. They're reducing my viewership. They just everything. It's like they're doing everything to frustrate. But I'm here. I just want people to join me on. I hope you've joined me on YouTube. I hope you subscribe to me on YouTube as well. Because
Yeah.
please, everybody watching now, just go and subscribe to me on YouTube.
Yeah, it seems like they are limiting you. Like,
Yeah.
I see only some few people.
That's correct.
There.
That's correct. That's exactly
Because
what
of
you
what
said.
you are doing, they don't want.
No, they don't.
They don't want.
No. But what do you? Thank you very much. What do you think of Ibrahim Traore when he said that he doesn't want he refuses, he rejects Sharia law in Burkina Faso, even though he's a Muslim? What do you think of that stance?
Ibrahim Traore, to me, is echo. Ibrahim Traore is somebody that a young man. In fact, even I can tell you that Kwame Nkrumah, Sankara, and all of them. Let me tell you, it doesn't mean I underrate them though. But this guy he's adding some kind of unique features into his kind of style of leadership that I have never seen. Even I read Dr. Kwame Nkrumah books and all that. But this guy, what he is actually doing, I think he sat down, he read all of them, and he strategized the way in which our old heroes have faced these people. He re-strategized it, you know.
Yeah.
That is how I see this guy plan. He planned it very well based on. He used the Thomas Sankara, Kwame Nkrumah, and all of them. He used their own as a study, a theory, a case study, and now he developed something different. He approached it differently. That's how I see the guy. In fact, the guy saying that, just like what you are just saying here, bro. Some of them you come here and they talk. Some of them even say they are Pan-Africanists, but they will still be saying that, oh, religion is not even the problem, bro. You can see Ibrahim Traore is going through that angle we are talking about all the time. How will you tell me that religion is not the problem? How? Okay, tell me. Okay, this is just common sense. Yeah, I love Ibrahim. Yeah, I love that young man, man. I just love him so much. Yes. He's very smart. Even before you get to where you think you are smart, Ibrahim Traore already got there long time before you. Look, we talk about religion here long time, but you see, he's already there long time. It's just that he's just taking some, because he's higher position. He don't want to just come out fully, but like he's taking in a slight way and bringing it in a strategic way so that it will not cause a massive action, protest, and all that. But the guy inside, the guy is never a religion person, man. He's just saying that I'm a Muslim because you know what it means. But in fact, the guy inside, deep inside him, he is none of those people, because he have seen that is part of the wound that is making us suffering. It is the wound. So he is dealing with it. Like I said, he is dealing with it in a different angle. Because think about it, this Sharia law, who care about that? Is that your grandfather culture? Exactly. Huh? Exactly. Is that our grandfather culture? First of all, even where the religion coming from, tell me if okay, you are a man. Okay, assuming you a citizen AY, assuming you have children, okay? Assuming you have children, and every day your children watch you go to another man's house and take food and come and feed them. So tell me, do you think they will respect you more than the one you take the food from?
No way. No way. That's a big fail. That's in their eyes you failed. When you're going to beg, in their eyes you're failed. Yeah. Go ahead. So they will pay loyalty to that person, not you. Yeah. And in that case, that person is their master. When you and that person send them, ask them to do something, they will first of all try to do the other man work before they now come to think about your work. And if you give them advice and they give them advice, the other man advice is the one your children will take. So how will you tell me that religion is not the problem? Because you are still taking command from those people. You are still taking instruction from them, a religious instruction from them, and you are telling me that religion is not the problem. What are you talking about? Indeed.
Why do your people, your big people, your religious leaders are still going there every time to take instruction from them? And you are telling me religion is not problem. What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
And this is what Ibrahim Traore is trying to take off, to set his country free and the whole Africa free. You know?
I am frozen. I'm frozen again, my brother. Can you hear me?
That one this guy is doing, bro, I sleep good, even though we are not. But I sleep good.
Yeah, my brother is frozen. The screen has frozen.
I sleep good.
My brother, the screen has frozen. Again, I don't know what they're doing.
I think the internet is misbehaving.
Yes, it is. It is. Okay, anyway, we'll carry on. I'm gonna carry on. I don't know what they've done. I don't know what it is. So yeah, as you can see, I'm having a lot of problems. I don't know why it's doing this today. I don't know. I honestly just don't know why this is happening. I don't know why it's happening. We'll come back. So, like my brother has said so far, Ibrahim Traore is the one with all the ideas. He's studied all of the great men that the system, the colonial system took out. The Ghanaian president, the former Ghanaian president, Kwame Nkrumah, the Gaddafi, the Congolese president, Patrice Lumumba, Amilcar Cabral. He studied everything that they did. Even Thomas Sankara, he studied everything that they've done, and he decided, oh, you know what? I see what is going on. So he's coming with a different approach, and they don't like that. They do not like that. They don't like the fact that he's coming with a different approach. And it seems like people who support him as well are getting the brunt of all of this. People like myself. I don't know what is going on with TikTok. I just don't know. But I'm going to continue to the broadcast anyway. So, those of you watching me on YouTube, there are 9 countries, and I'll carry on. I mean, hopefully others will join me when when everything is stable. I'm hoping to get that stabilized at least somewhat, so that at least we have a modicum of broadcast and things going as it should. Give me 1 second. Okay, I want to center that a bit. Okay, so as we were, hopefully we'll come back. We will always be like a rubber ball. We will come back. We're going to come back like a rubber ball. I don't know what else, but I will tell you, those of you on YouTube, please continue to subscribe to us. With your support, I can't rely on TikTok anymore, because TikTok is just really, they seem to have this intent on, when they're blocking my broadcast and they're reducing my reach of people, then there is not much else I can do other than have the people join me on other platforms to do the broadcast only on YouTube for now. And again, I've said it, as Africans, we do need our own platform. We need our own platform. We need to have our own system to run it, from the cables to the infrastructure to everything has to be controlled by us, because those who don't want us to be able to speak about things, they don't want us to have this. They want us to be in a situation whereby we're dependent on them, and it simply is not going to wash. This is simply not going to wash. So it is just simply not going to happen. So it's simply not going to happen. So like I said, I've got the name of the 10 different countries that are practicing Sharia law right now in Africa, and in every single one of them, you will see through our discussions that each and every one of them is being held back in terms of their development. And the one that they want, if they want to say they talk about Rwanda or whatever, you know, the kind of mess that they did there. Even Rwanda was again something that the colonials triggered. They caused this massive genocide that hit Rwanda. So even that is showing you that these people, those so-called leaders or whatever they want to call themselves, they don't have any no continue with life. So I'm here again. I don't know what happened. I don't know. The screen just went. Nature lover, yeah, I'll bring you back. I don't know why they did that, but it doesn't matter. We will continue. We will continue. The screen just froze. And so we're here. I don't know why is that small? Why is that small? Oh boy. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We will do it as we can. As we normally do, we will do it. So, yeah, Nature Lover, thank you for your understanding. Yeah, so we are carrying on with the broadcast, and I'm thank you for coming back. And please give the platform as much as you can. You are, of course, listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. I think many Africans, if we are going to be serious about African development, then we need to tackle this head on. We need to remove those things that is hampering our development on our continent and be in control of it. Okay, now it's getting to the point now where I am getting really, really, really fed up with it. I'm getting fed up with it now. I don't know why this is happening. This has never happened before. See that? It's frozen again. I don't know why. Just when I think, okay, it's under control, I need to understand why that's happening. And it's only on TikTok. It's only on TikTok. But anyway, we are going to carry on. So whilst I'm waiting for that, I'm going to do this. Nigeria is being impacted by the Sharia law. Now, there are 12 states in Nigeria that are currently doing Sharia law. And I can tell you that in those 12 states, poverty is rife. There's a lot of killings. There's underdevelopment. The children are not going to school. Out of the 30 million children not going to school, I think majority of that 30 million are in the north of Nigeria. And I will give you stats. I will give you stats as I talk about this. And I'm hoping that, I don't know, I didn't sleep. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Holy smokes, man. No. I don't know. It seems to be taking the oomph. They're trying to just take the oomph out of the situation, but we will carry on. We will carry on. I don't know quite what's going on. I have never been in this situation before where my broadcast, my computer is just crashing. When I'm doing in the middle of a broadcast, it just crashes. I've never known it to do this before. I have never known this to be happening. So I do apologize, those of you who are on YouTube. But, we will carry on. We aim to carry on, and hopefully we will get the broadcast done. And we will share it as far as is possible. We will share what we're trying to do and how we're trying to do it. And despite all of the limitations and all of that, we will win through regardless. We will win through. So I thank you for joining me and for being part of this broadcast with me thus far and for staying with me despite the obvious frustration, which I'm trying to, quietly deal with and accept that it's part of it, comes with the territory. When you're doing something that is going to challenge the system, of course, it is not a fun thing. They don't want that to be possible. They don't like the fact that something is challenging their idea. They don't want that. They want you to just accept whatever they tell you and just, and not question it. But that's not how things work. To fix things, you have to be brave enough to stand up for what you believe in, to stand up, to confront the injustice head on. Okay. 1 second. I think it's gone again. I didn't want it to go, so I'm trying to repeat on. Okay, so that's gonna play on now. So hopefully now I'm playing this one here. So we'll go back again. Okay, so now I will bring the other guy back. I'm gonna try and go back in. Let's see what happens. I don't know what it is, but as soon as I'm in TikTok, something seems to happen. There is something with TikTok at the minute. I don't know. But so as I was telling you about Nigeria, the thing with Nigeria is that those northern governors want to forward. There you go. There you go. There you go. I'm not even gonna try it now. It's not gonna work. As soon as I try and go into TikTok, something is going on with TikTok. So I'm not gonna do TikTok. We're gonna abandon TikTok right now. We're gonna abandon it for a while. So let's talk directly. I'm gonna talk to you directly. Thank you very much. I do apologize for all of this. I'm gonna talk to you directly on YouTube. And I'm gonna try and see if I can redo this broadcast. I'll do a second part of it and we'll do the discussion properly again. I don't know why. I can't, as soon as I try and say anything whatsoever, TikTok just freezes. And I've never known it to be like this. So, but let me go list, okay, list of African countries, yeah? I'm gonna try and with Sharia law, yeah? So I'm gonna try, I will try this way anyway, see if it works. The thing is, it's better if I have it on the screen so that I can talk to you about it. But for some reason, it's not doing what I want it to do. Wow. I am totally flabbergasted about what's going on. I just don't, I haven't got words to, I can't fathom why this is happening. As soon as I press TikTok, that's it. It's like, nope, you're not going to do any broadcast on it today. But I promise you, we are going to try and everything we can to get it going. We will try. I don't give up easily. No, I don't give up easily. We will continue. So let me just go for here. Make sure I put the list up. So, so that is back. At least that's good. So let's go now to TikTok. I don't want to jinx it or whatever, but so Nigeria is a case in point where Sharia law is is causing real discomfort to millions of people. 30 million Nigerian children are not in school. And of that number, a large proportion of that isn't enough because of Sharia law. Because of Sharia law. And it's very important that we say this because people don't understand just how damaging this Sharia law is. Because it is literally corrupting the mind of not only the children, but those who practice it. It is literally, you know, it is corrupting their minds, and it's deliberate. It is very deliberate, and that is a problem. So that's why we're saying, when your children are not able to go to school and learn in their own language, for example, or and learn about maths, English, maths, look their own language, chemistry, physics, biology, and learn about morality and learn about their rights. Then they are being programmed to be servants to somebody else. They don't know their rights, and that's why we do programs like this, to bring this information out, to bring it out, to make sure that people are able to. I hope it doesn't freeze. It may freeze again. So I want, because I need to do it on here. I have to do it on here, on the screen. But there's something with TikTok, and I don't know what it is. I'm not touching anything now because I want to see if it's going to actually go, because it seems to just freeze. But anyway, so Nigeria is a country that is really being held back. The development of Africa and Nigeria is being severely restricted by this religion. There we go again. Definitely it's TikTok. It's definitely TikTok. I see that now. It's definitely TikTok. As soon as I try to open TikTok, everything stops. My screen freezes, everything stops. Wow. But anyway, see, there you go again. There we go again. So I'm gonna do it this way. I'll come back. I'm gonna come back. I have to do it this way. So let's go this way and see if that will go up. So just give me a minute, because we need to do it this way, and I will talk to you via this. So just bear me. If I'm looking down on the screen, it's not like I'm disinterested. I just need you to have that information, and I don't want anything to stop us getting this information. We will get the information out there as best as we can, and we can do it again. So go on here, cancel that one, just go and do, yeah. Okay, hang on. Okay, so we're gonna just get that up. Okay, so as you're watching me, I'm probably not gonna go on TikTok now, because it doesn't happen to, it just seems to not want me to do anything. It doesn't want me to do it at all, and I don't know why it's doing that. 1 minute, please. Just bear with me. I'm going to give you that information now, because I want us to hear this information. Now, I've already talked to you about Nigeria briefly, but I will go into detail about that. No, not population. We just want to know population, not population. We want to know the countries. So, right. Okay. Okay, so here's the information. Number 1 on the list, Algeria. Algeria, it is the residual source of laws for Algerians. I don't want to go into detail about the religion and what it does. I'm not interested in that, but I'm just saying there's Sharia law there. And where there's Sharia law, the law supersedes the development of that area. The law simply supersedes the development. It does. So I don't think I'm going to do anything with this thing. I'm not even going to try and go on TikTok now. Because I can see now that when I press TikTok, it just says, no, I don't like it. You're not going on it. So, and that is that's really funny. It's really funny that this has happened today now. This is about the 6th time now I'm putting my computer on. I've never ever done this before. It has never been this bad. Never. It has never been this bad. So we're gonna leave TikTok for now. I think I'll let it cool off, and I'll probably go and I might do it tomorrow. I'll go back and do it tomorrow or something. But thank you for your understanding, those of you watching us. So we're gonna quickly go and be talking about this now. So I've been looking at the screen, and you know, I might not have the eye contact as much as would be the case. But for now, I think that's probably best that I crack on and give you this information because it's list. Okay. A minute. Okay, then we'll read that, and please do share. There are around 12 to 15 African countries. Yeah, so I might as well do this now. It's better I do it this way so that I'm not even going to go on TikTok. It's just I don't want to, it's going to be too painful. Thank you for staying with me with this long. 12 to 15 African countries that formally incorporate Sharia law into their national legal systems and primarily for personal status, family law as a source of legislation, alongside a few with regional applications. Because Sharia law is applied differently across the continent, ranging from comprehensive constitutional integration to limited use in family courts or specific regional states, the exact count depends on how it is measured. Countries with Sharia law in national or family law. Mauritania. Mauritania fully recognizes Sharia as the basis of its legal constitutional system, including criminal and civil codes. Now, in the case of Mauritania, the majority of the population in Mauritania, let me see if I can find you. The majority of the population in Mauritania are actually not Arabs. They're not. I'm going to just give you let me just see now. In Mauritania are black. But they say it is a religious nation. This is clearly enslavement. Yeah. The Haratin, black Moors, they said about 40%. This is very debatable. Sub-Saharan Afro-Mauritanians make up about 30% of the population. This is really, this is where the manipulation is going on. We know that the majority, because I spoke to people who are from there, and they're saying that there has been some massaging of figures or something somewhat. So we cannot take this for face value, but I'm just giving you an example of how that religion justifies injustice right away. There will be a large proportion of those people who do not want to, who do not believe in Islam, but it's been imposed upon them. And that is something that really puts this idea of being a Muslim or being a Sharia law in question. It is really troubling. Okay, so anyway, I'll come back and go. I might do more digging, specific digging into each country later on. Now, Sudan. Sudan retains elements of Islamic jurisprudence in its legal framework, though post-2019 transitions have reformed several previously strict nationwide Sharia applications. One of the things is that, again, Saudi Arabia and Arab countries, they are trying to, because of the resources. Let me show you what the resources they have in Sudan. This is another interesting thing you will find. Those countries where they impose Sharia law, they are full of mineral resources. So let us go and look at Sudan. Mineral resources in Sudan. Let's go there. Yeah? In Sudan. So Sudan now. We're going to look into Sudan. Mineral resources. Surprise, surprise. Sudan. Gold. Sudan is one of the Africa's top gold producers, yielding over 60 tons annually. Most of it comes from artisanal and small-scale mining. You see that? So, not only the Christianity try and come to those places, but Islam also comes because of the gold. It's about resources. If those countries did not have any mineral resources, there will be no reason for the religion to exist. It's there. So, petroleum. Oil reserves provide a crucial state revenue with fields mostly concentrated in southern regions connected by pipelines. Port Sudan. Chromite. Extracted heavily in targeted deposits, making Sudan a notable regional producer. Iron ore, copper. Large reserves exist though many remain underexplored or developing. And what is happening in Sudan right now? Let us see. War in Sudan right now. Current situation in Sudan. Let us go and look at that. I'm probably not going to finish all of this broadcast today. I don't know what's going on with TikTok. But anyway, in Sudan, Sudan. So, current conflict situation. Let me just put that in. Conflict in Sudan today. Okay. So, there has been no lasting ceasefire, and the war continues with severe humanitarian consequences and regional implications. Remember, I told you earlier on, I said that Sudan has got gold. And that is what the people who are backing the separatists or the rebels, they are from Arab-speaking countries. They're the Arab countries who are backing them to go and destabilize Sudan. So they use religion to control the minds of those who are going to be carrying the weapons and use against their own people. And then when the war is going on, they take the resources. Religion is about African resources. Religion is about exploitation and taking away African resources, preventing Africans from benefiting from the resources that belong to them. This is why Ibrahim Traore said that those who are promoting this religion of Islam, they have a motive. They give the clerics never tell the people why they're promoting Islam, but the clerics are being funded by Saudi Arabia. And Sharia law is being used as a weapon because those who will go and attack communities, they are brainwashed. They are brainwashed. So they got chromites, they got iron or copper, they got other minerals. So the reason I'm saying all of this is we Africans have got to understand that the religion of Islam or Christianity do not care about the people being following the religion. They want them controlled. They want to be able to control them. And that is the issue here. And that is what we as Africans must understand. That these religions are being imposed on the minds and they target the young ones. These religions are targeting the young ones. As I speak to you in Nigeria, the Almajiri children, Almajiris, they are being targeted to be recruited to yet cause more havoc. And then they be told to say Allahu Akbar and all this stuff. And then they go into communities and destroy the community. All for those who are behind this to get access to the resources of those communities that they destroyed. That is a major concern. Major concern. Let's go to, I'll come back again to that later, but I just wanted to just show you that. So we've talked about Mauritania. Now we're going to talk about Sudan. Somalia embeds Sharia law into its federal constitution as a foundational basis for legislation operating alongside customary law. Again, Sharia law is foreign to all parts of Africa. It is foreign. And if we go and let's go and look at mineral resources in Somalia. Let's see what they have. Let's see what they have. Okay, so in Somalia, they have uranium, iron ore, yeah? They have gemstone and gold. You see, any country that these religions say they want to go and help, if you go and look at those religions, those regions, any country they want to go and look at, you will find that the resources in that area is what they're after. And they use religion as a cover whilst they are taking the resources. This is why I am saying, and I say it categorically, Africa does not need any colonial religion, be it Christianity, be it Islam. Both of them are seeking areas where there are resources, and then they use the religions, be it Christianity, be it Islam, to distract the people from their own resources. They cause wars, they cause the killing of thousands, they displace people, all for them to have unfettered access to the resources of the people that they're supposedly trying to use the religion to help. It's a business. Religion is a business. And I do hope many Africans will understand what we are saying and not, just think, oh, I'm just going to be religious. You have to think deeper than that now. You can't. As I speak to you, the rate of churches are closing at an alarming rate in the UK right now. Let me show you something. I won't show you. I will talk about it. I'm going to do a program again. Let me do it this way. Where is it now? UK. Churches declining alarmingly. Okay. So right. Okay. So just listen to this. I just want you to just listen to this. Thank you for hanging by. Now, studies by preservation groups indicate that up to 2,000 churches across the UK are at the risk of shutting down within 5-year window. 2,000 churches are about to close by the year 2030. Meaning that the people don't follow that religion. They don't believe in it. It's something that their parents did. But yet in Africa, both Islam and Christianity is getting momentum. Now, people will say that's good. The question is, no, it's not good. Because for close to 2,000 years now, 400, let's say 400 years now, with that they brought this religion to Africa. Africans have never been the same. Africa continues to suffer. And it seems that the more religious they get, the more the poverty that they experience. Not it seems, the reality is that the more religious our people, the more impoverished that we become. And then they blame us for what they've created. They blame the people. These religions are there to exploit people. I'll go again. Let's go to Comoros Island. Comoros combines Sharia law and remnants of French civil law within its judicial framework. Again, the French use it to get the people compliant because they know that the people are compliant with it. And whilst they're compliant, they're taking the resources. And then to make sure that this thing continues, they create wars. It is a never-ending cycle of wars, mental indoctrination. It is a vicious cycle. One Africa must break free from. We have to break free from it. So Mauritania, Sudan, Somalia, Comoros Island, Djibouti uses family code derived primarily from Sharia to regulate personal status issues like marriage and inheritance. Again, you see. But let's go and look at what they have in Djibouti. Let's see. Djibouti. But remember, like I said, 2,000 churches are over. By 2030, 2,000 churches would have closed in the UK. So, let us look at this now. So they got salt, they got limestone, gypsum, perlite, pumice, clay. They got metallic and critical minerals, geothermal potential. I'm not quite sure. Geothermal fluids. So they have mineral resources there that they will still be of use. And of course, the more it's projecting the power of those who brought the religion on the African continent. Again, you see more projection of their power and the control. It's about control. And we need to wake up on the African continent. Okay, let's go to Algeria. Algeria utilizes Maliki-based Sharia as a residuary source of law, specifically within family and personal status codes. Now, all of this is to control the mind, and to cause wars. In those countries that I've mentioned, there is some kind of war or the other. There's no peace. There is no peace. Egypt declares principle of Sharia as much a primary source of legislation under Article 2 of its constitution. As we now know, Egypt is a colonial name. It's the name that the Greeks gave the land when they came there. The people they met there are Kemites. The land is Kemet. The Arabs call it Misra, because the name that they have chosen for Kemet, instead of saying it as Kemet, they've chosen an Arabic name. Now, when somebody is trying to reject your name and impose the name that they want on you, that is colonization right there. That's colonization writ large. So, and the population of black people has increasingly been reduced through all the years of occupation and everything else and all of that. Now, Libya, late Gaddafi. Now, he did try, as an, I think he's an Arab, but he tried to do things. But this is another issue. In Libya, black people are being sold. They are being sold in markets, and Arabs are standing over them. Black people are on the floor right now. A sale happened on the 4th of June 2026, where they're selling black people in Libya right now. That is after the West ensured that the man, Muammar Gaddafi, who was trying to help make sure that we had our own financial system, gold-backed currency, dinar. They didn't want that. They took him out. They recently killed his son as well. Religion is destructive. It is designed to enslave Africa. And until, thank you very much for the thumbs up, until we decide as Africans to say enough is enough, we need to kick out this religions. That's why we must support Ibrahim Traore. We must support him in making sure that Sharia law or any colonial religion has no part to play on the African continent. And everything must be controlled by, we have to demonstrate our sovereignty. When you are allowing your people to become controlled by a religion that believes it's got power above any state government, that is a threat to your society, because they are going to create wars. And this is what is going on in Nigeria. People say Sharia law, it's a Mecca and everything else, so that gives them the right to do anything. And they totally are preventing the development of their fellow people on the land. Let me go to Morocco and Tunisia. They apply Islamic law specifically to personal and status and family and inheritance matters. But that's not the point. The fact of the matter is that this Sharia law is not of Africa. It is Arabic. The laws that you're seeing, the laws that you see from the West as well, religious-based laws that people are trying to follow and everything else, they are not of Africa. We need to follow the laws that our ancestors had when they were building those great kingdoms. The Mali Empire, the Gaur Empire, the Oyo Empire, the Benin Empire, the Dogon Empire, the Songhai Empire. All of these kingdoms across Africa were built without all of those having to either follow Christianity or Islam. This was not something that decided that was part of of the kingdoms. And that is why Africa is facing major problems, because these foreign religions are dominating, occupying our minds on the African continent. And we need to do a surgical approach whereby to aid our development, we should entertain zero discussion about any religion or participation of any religion in our governance. It should not be part of our constitution, neither should any Christian laws be part of our constitution. What we need to do is return back to what our ancestors, the laws that they had, that whereby in Oyo kingdom, we had the king, and we had the Bashir, who was like a prime minister, overseeing things on behalf of the king in Oyo Empire. These are things that there's deep records that we can follow. We don't have to follow what the colonials, either be it Arabic ones or the European ones, say. It's time for Africa to stand on our own 2 feet, devoid all of this negative things that are holding back our development. And then you have, so that's, let me just read it up now. So we got Mauritania, Sudan, Somalia, Comoros Island, Djibouti, Algeria, Egypt, Libya, Morocco, Tunisia, Eritrea, Ethiopia, Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, okay, and then Nigeria. So you can see that what is going on now is that these religions are targeting areas where there's mineral resources. When they cause wars and they displace the people, they now give weapons to these terror people, these terrorists, in exchange for them bringing the gold from the communities that they've chased out. So as Africans, we need to share this message that we must no longer allow these religions to have a foothold on the African continent, because their foothold translates to them looting African resources. I'm going to have a break now. I'll come back later on. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. I just went over that now because the broadcast was interrupted so much earlier on. But thank you for listening. So there's work for us to do. I'll do part 2 of this again, and we'll get more detail into it. But for now, I want to thank you all so much. You've been listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Thank you for the thumbs up as well. Please continue to give us a thumbs up, and we welcome super chats and help us grow the platform. For now, you've been listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Thank you, and bye for now.